Hey there, Sports Center from Los Angeles. That's Neil Everett. I'm Stan Barrett. NBA trade deadline coming up on Thursday. We're going to talk with Adrian Wojnarowski later to discuss potential deals. Doesn't expect any big moves from the Clippers. They're pretty good as they are.
Yeah, second best record in the West with one of the best players in the league, Kawhi Leonard. He's a load for anyone to have to manage. Leonard coming off that Saturday celebration at San Diego State where he had his jersey retired, hosting the Spurs. Speaking of jerseys, Jakob Poeltl forgot his. Had to go into the locker room to grab him. Remember, Anthony Davis was telling us that story on Friday about him forgetting his jersey. I think it was an Olympic qualifying or something, and Kobe Bryant getting on him. Hey, man, you got to have it together. Everybody funny. And now you funny, too. So LaMarcus Aldridge had to go back in because he was subbing out for Poeltl. And so he says, well, if I'm going to be in, I might as well be in. Like, be in the highlight. 3. That's a West LA fadeaway from a Spur right there, and then a baseline fadeaway. Aldridge, 12 points in the first quarter. The Spurs led by 9 at halftime.
He's keeping the mid-range alive single-handedly.
He is, yeah. DeMar DeRozan played collegiately at USC, so this is familiar territory. Gets that to go. Paul George, another local guy, and so what do we got? So George actually goes to the locker room, catches that when he returns because he watches a lot of Kings hockey. DeRozan got a flagrant one. Pat Beverly from the corner. Clippers tie the game. Next possession. George pushing it. Oh, nice bounce pass. Kawhi Leonard had 22. The Clippers lead. Patty Mills, he was 6 of 13 from 3. That's good. Not that shot, but 6 of 13 was good. Can't get that to go with the Spurs down 2. And then George, crossover, step back, Bobby Jack.
Oh, cut it.
He had 19, and the Clippers go on to win 108-105. Clippers, 35-15, their best record through 50 in franchise history. That includes a 16-4 mark with both Leonard and George in the lineup. That works out to a 66 win pace over a full season.
Premium quality matchup in the East. Sixers in Miami to take on the Heat. Miami 21-3 at home this season. Philly just 9-17 on the road. They're rocking the Miami Vice uniforms. 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Jimmy Butler blowing by Ben Simmons. Butler with 23 in the first half. Miami up by fourth half. They shot 57%. This time, Simmons going to sag off Butler. Butler, 9% from three-point range the last 15 games. Is that bad?
Not good.
He was real good in this game, though. That was his 30th point of the game. He was 2 for 2 from three-point range in this game. Miami, 16 of 32 from 3 as a team. Butler going mid-range there. Season high 38 in just 3 quarters. After the game, he said he felt like another NBA star.
I felt great. I felt like Luka out there. You know, that's what he be doing, and it's really impressive. But more than anything, I'm super happy that we got the dub.
Come on, man, you're ruining the suspense for us here. 76ers defense, horrible. That's how Miami shot 57%. Bam Adebayo, nobody picks him up. Stop ball, not in this game. Adebayo walks into an easy jumper, and then Duncan Robinson, 43% from 3. Tobias Harris nowhere near him. Simmons giving Duncan Robinson an elbow as he's running down the floor. Neil was telling me that he saw pictures of Simmons and Kendall Jenner at the pool in Miami on TMZ. Not sure if that was related, but the Heat blow out the Sixers.
Physicality side of things, we got to step that up. That comes with experience, also just comes with personality. I mean, you guys just got to step up and be more physical.
You mentioned the physicality. I mean, you guys are a very tall, big team. Why, can you pinpoint why you haven't been able to?
We were soft.
Well, that's 3 straight now for the Sixers. Let's go by the numbers. Monday, 157th game that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid have played together. The 31-point loss, their worst in any of those games. Embiid did finish with 29 and 12. Defense let the Sixers down, as we showed you. They allowed nearly 149 points per 100 possessions. Not only their worst efficiency in a game in the last 20 seasons, also the 5th worst by any team over that span. And the road woes continue for the Sixers. They're not just 9-18 on the road this year, .333 win percentage. That would be the 2nd worst mark in NBA history by a team that finished with a .900 win percentage at home.
Of the East's better teams, I love Philadelphia. What do we say about you guys? You guys stink on the road. 4th meeting of these teams, Jimmy Butler got warm. Off the steal. Good defense from Butler. Butler with Simmons guarding. What's that? That's not a whole lot of defense. Butler finishes with 23 first half points, tied for the second most in a half this season. They're going to let you have that shot, Jimmy, because, well, you're 9% in the last 15 games, but he hits that one. He's got 30. Probing the defense for the mid-range. Butler finishes with a new season-high 38 in just 3 quarters. After the game, Jimmy said he felt like a different NBA superstar.
I felt great. I felt like Luka out there. You know, that's what he be doing, and it's really impressive. But more than anything, I'm super happy that we got the dub.
And Luka's got stars saying they feel like him. All right, you see the Sixers defensive rating, 148.9. Since advanced stats began in the mid-90s, the defensive rating is the 6th worst in a single game all time. I mean, getting worked out there. Our Wizards don't play a lot of D.
No.
Not a lot. I mean, it's just everybody's having a good time trying to get a sweat. All right, here Simmons gives Duncan Robinson the little elbow. That was a flagrant. Joel Embiid's frustrated. The Heat score 137. Coach, what are we doing?
I mean, I thought that our defense was poor. You know, when you create 3 turnovers for a game, it's just not a reflection of who we are.
The physicality side of things, we got to step that up. It comes with experience, also just comes with personality. I mean, guys just got to step up and be more physical.
You mentioned the physicality. I mean, you guys are a very tall, big team. Why can you pinpoint why you haven't been able to?
We were soft.
Been 2 different seasons for the Sixers this year. An NBA best 22-2 at home, outscoring opponents by 10 a night. But when they hit the road, they're 9-18, including 3 straight blowout losses of 20 or more. The next game, not any easier. Thursday night, they're in Milwaukee. Luka, Jimmy Butler felt like him tonight. They're in Indiana to take on the Pacers with Victor Oladipo. You see Kristaps Porzingis averaging 25 and 13 and 5 without Luka Doncic. 16 and 8 with Luka. Porzingis. We're going to put little blue dots where he hits shots.
I see that.
I mean, he's like 9 feet tall, and this is what he can do. Porzingis. Let's put another dot on the ground. He's keeping the Mavs in it single-handedly. They're still down by 7. Porzingis, 19 in the first, 5 of 7 for 3. The most points in the first half for Porzingis all year. Mavs down 2 at the break. Domantas Sabonis, the all-star. Brogdon, Sabonis, beautiful little pick and roll game. Pacers leading. Porzingis on the other end. Not a 3, but still bottoms. Sabonis goes right at Porzingis. Left-hand scoop. 26, 12, and 9 assists for Sabonis. Porzingis, that's 3-ball number 6. And the Mavericks lead. Mavericks continuing to lead. And it's Porzingis down low through the contact. And that's 3 the hard way. Porzingis 38 and 12 joins Dirk and Luka as the only Mavericks with consecutive 35-point, 10-rebound games. Both teams sit at 31 and 19. Celtics in Atlanta taking on the last place Hawks. Trae Young. And the Hawks a bit banged up. This is the range that just, you can't guard it because if you come that far out on the floor, everything goes to pot. From the logo, Steve, 34-footer. Let's do that again. We're putting a lot of dots on the floor tonight. A lot of shot chart situations. Young with 17 first-quarter points. All right, the Hawks asked forward Damian Jones to draw the Celtics logo. Y'all see the leprechaun say, yeah! Remember that bit? That's one of my favorite internet videos. All right, Jason Tatum there. We're going to go with the leprechaun logo. We're going to put dots on the floor for Tatum? No, let's use that new logo and show you Tatum. 10-point game, and Tatum with 13 in the third. Still in the third. Just backs Travion Graham down, then a little fadeaway. 15 in the third quarter. In the fourth, Good look, back door. Grant Williams finds Gordon Hayward. Then it's Cantor finding Tatum, corner three. He had 28 and 7. Then it's the Rook from Tennessee with the Celtics up 4. He hadn't been hitting many threes, but he floors it, gets to the rim, and the Celtics win on the road by 8 in Atlanta. Take a look at Eastern Conference play through where things stand tonight. No changes in regards to where slots are, but the race for that 2 seed is important because you can see an 8-game drop-off between the Sixers at 6 and the Nets at 7. The bottom, the back end, not the best. Maybe soft, some will say. Top 5 matchup in